Hello YouTubers, we're going to do a little bit of a different video today. I need to make me a little patch cable, and I thought I'd do a little instruction video today. Especially, I really enjoy these little pass-through connectors that I buy. I actually pick them up off of Amazon, as well as I picked up my crimping tool. And actually, I bought the Cat 6 that I bought it off Amazon, but and I'll put a listing of those down there. But anyway, the main point of this video today is to kind of show you how to make a little patch cable. I'm gonna make a little 6-foot patch cable here, and what I really love is these newer connectors. They're called pass-through connectors. Make it so much better. You know, if you don't use these. It's so hard to get those 8 wires in the right slots every time, and it's hard to look through it and actually see the colors and make sure it's right. And you know, I've done a lot of cat cables over the years, and even when I've done a bunch of them, you know, you're gonna have probably a 20% failure rate where you're gonna have to go back and redo the ends. And this really gets you down to like a 99% doing these pass-throughs. But anyway, let's start with this. Basically, the way I do it is I got my crimping tool here. You got this little notch here you see. Well, that's for taking the outside and set it in there like that, and then squeeze it and then turn it. And I usually do about 1.5 inches is what I'll strip it back. See, I got it stripped back there. After I get it stripped back, what I'll do is, hopefully you're getting a good view of this. I'm trying to keep my hands out of it. Is what I'll do is I'll take all these twisted pairs and I'll untwist them. Get them all untwisted here. Just kind of, as I do it, try to make them, flatten them out and make them straight. Once I get them all untwisted here, give me a second here. I'm going to do this real time without any stops so you can kind of get an idea. It doesn't really take very long to make a connector. And it's so much more reasonable. Like, you can buy 100 pack of those pass-through RJ45 connectors here for like $10, and Crimpers around $10–15, and you can get, I think the box I got now is 1,000 foot, and it's like $30-something. So it gives you an idea compared to buying patch cables, if you make your own, how much cheaper it is to do them yourself. And if you use this method, I'm telling you, it really works. It really works well. Okay, if you don't know the colors, there's 1,000 places, but for a standard network straight through cable, your colors are going to be striped orange. You're going to go to the green striped, so it's going to be orange striped orange. You're going to go green striped, and as you can see, I kind of just flatten these out and put them in my fingers like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go with the blue, solid blue. Which, if you do it, you'll get it in memory. If not, like I said, you can definitely look it up and find it. So you're going to go with the solid blue. You're going to go to blue striped. As you can see, I'm just flattening these out as I'm going in the order that they go, and just pinching them in my fingers like this. You're going to go blue striped, and then you're going to go with the green. See, I'm just getting these lined up straight in order, and I'm pinching it with my thumb there. And then you're going to go brown striped. And this is the standard. You want to do these colors because then if you have to replace an end, you'll know exactly how to replace the end, and you'll know the right colors. Come on, work with me here. Usually this, depending on your network cable too, it makes it, some flattens out better than other, or stretches out better. But this is solid core, so it can be a little stubborn. And then the last one's going to be brown. So go over that again. Double check them here. Is I got orange striped, orange, green striped, blue, blue striped, solid green, brown striped, brown. So now, as you see, I got them flattened out in order this way. Now what I'll do is I'll take a little cutting dikes, and I'll just take a little diagonal cut like this just to make it nice and clean. See, now I got a nice clean in there. Then I'll take my connector, and you always want to look at it face up with the prongs on this side, and you're just going to feed it in like this. And as it says, you're going to pass them through. Now the nice thing about a pass through is now I can double check my color codes. So I'll go back and I'll look here and I'll make sure, okay, I got orange striped, solid orange, green striped, blue, blue striped, solid green, brown striped, brown. So I know my colors are right now. Now you can actually pull on the end of this. This is the wonderful thing about these pastors, is you can get a nice, good, solid connection. See, I can get that insulation in there nice and good. Whereas if you just cut them with ones that don't have it to where it passes through, you end up, you never get that insulation pulled down in there nice and deep like I can in this way. So I get it nice and tight like that. Then I just take my crimping tools. You take it in here. You can see your jaws are here for crimping in, and then obviously this side it just plugs in. So you take it, feed it through. It'll click in there, and you just do one nice little squeeze all the way down, and there you go. See how nice I got the insulation in there and how it's securing it. And I know for sure my colors are right. I can re-verify it, but they're definitely right. I'll just go ahead and see, I can kind of spread them out here. Maybe you can see a little better that way, but you can see that I got all my holes. I'll get this kind of where you can get a good view. But you can see how my orange striped orange, green striped blue, blue striped, solid green, brown striped brown. And I know that they're in the right ones. And I've already got it crimped. It's already cinched down. So now the last step of this is what I use is I just use a little utility knife, and you can get it right up against it like this. You can just push back and forth and just cut them clean. And there you go. Now you have a perfectly cinched down RJ45 jack. Now obviously I'll just repeat the same process I did on the other end, but anyway, I'm hoping this maybe help you guys. You know, a long time ago I tried to, of course, this before YouTube. Man, it's hard to find this information how to make them, and I'm telling you, spend the extra few dollars and get the pass-through RJ45s. It makes it so much better. Like I said, I'm at a, you know, like 99% now. I mean, how can you mess it up? You can verify it before you crimp, so you know your pins are right on it. But anyway, this is just a little helpful tip today. Hopefully you enjoyed this short little video on how to make an RJ45 terminate some Cat 5 with RJ45s. And I will list the tools. I didn't buy any high-end stuff. Like I said, this is just pretty much a generic pair. It does do 6, 4, and 8 pin, so it'll do, you know, RJ what is it, 11 or whatever for phone, and RJ45, and I'm not sure what 4 pin, what the RJ they call that is, RJ6 I think. But anyway, it does all 3 of them. And you can even there's even some cutters out there now that actually are specific for the pass-through, and they work the same way, except for they have a blade on the back side that'll actually, instead of me having to use the utility knife to cut it off, I'll actually cut it off. But they were so much more expensive. I just went with the standard pair, and like I said, you can use the utility knife, and you can see how nice and clean I got that cut. So thought I had a little more to this. I was doing the other end of that example I showed you there, and on this end I did exactly what I was talking about, where I got with the color code wrong. You can see I got my orange and my solid orange, my striped orange and solid orange, but then it went to blue when it was supposed to be green striped. Those two got swapped around. Well, on an old one I probably would not have been able to see that through that, but you know, since I got a pass through and I know I got them wrong, all I got to do is pull it out, take it, move it around to where I get the green stripe and the blue in the right spot. Then I just refeed it through, correct it, since I was able just to pull it off, since I hadn't crimped it yet. And now, of course, I've got it correct. I've got it back to orange stripe, orange, green stripe, blue, blue stripe, solid green, brown stripe, brown. So now I know I'm right. So see, that saved me a connector and all the trouble of having to go back and strip it and straighten it and all that. So now I'll go do the same thing. I'll make sure my insulation's in there real good. Make sure my insulation's in real good now that I know that it's right. And we'll just repeat the process we did on the other side. Put it in my crimper. Set it in there. Boom. Now all I gotta do is trim that one off, and we have one good network cable. Anyway, I thought I'd add that. You know, that was one thing I might have missed on the first part, but that the fact of that, the nice thing about the pass-through is you can go back and correct it if you verified it it's not right. Anyway, this is Electron Man with a little instruction video. If you get a chance, please subscribe and do the like button. That definitely helps get me views. and have a good day.